going to take the supersonic wake out again today. We found now we've got all the 12S power going through it, and it's, you know, much more unstable than it was. You know, anything up to, I don't know, 90 k's an hour, I suppose, it's always ran perfect. But last week when we took it out, we had it up just over 100 k's an hour, and it was bouncing around all over the place. We mucked around with the stinger a little bit, and it wasn't right, it wasn't perfect. So now I didn't have a ruler or anything like that to check anything. So now I've come back, and it turned out we actually had the stinger dead level, which is where I want it. So that was a bit of a fluke. The trim tabs were just the tiniest. The back of it was up a little bit, like a little bit higher on each side. So what I've done now is just push the tip of them level with the bottom of the hull. So just a tiny bit down on each one, and just see if that fixes it, see how that goes. The other thing I thought I'd check is like how flat the bottom of these things are. It's not something I really ever stuff around with, to be honest. I normally get them running pretty good without, you know, getting into too much detail, just with adjusting stuff on the back. But I thought I'd just run the sandpaper over this, and it actually is pretty wobbly. You can feel it with your hand. It's all over the place. It's just lumps everywhere. But you can see on that one, you know, they're all the high spots there, and these are all the low spots, all the not shiny bit. If I do the side I haven't touched yet, you can already see, you really see that bit there. So that outline there is a high spot, and it's lower around that and on the inside of that. So I guess I should try and get this right too, or get it flatter, because in the real boats it matters, that's for sure. You know, in the real race boats it matters. What it does in an RC, is it worth mucking around with? Well, if it took a lot of time, I probably wouldn't bother, but it's not going to take much time at all. You can just see it's already working. Really low spot there where it's shiny, really high spot there. It'd be nice if I had my, if you had like a long one. This is an air powered one that, you know, I've done rust repairs and stuff on cars before, and to get rid of that, get rid of the filler quick, this thing works a treat. But I think if I put it on here, I'd have no boat left in about, you know, 2 seconds. But I just can't find my long one of these, the manual one, which is really what would be best to have. But so I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. It's just better if you have longer, then it's, yeah, going to be more accurate. But yeah, I'll do that. I'd like to know what you guys, whoever else has like done a 12S setup in this, how they're setting up their hardware, to be honest. So I'll do this, and maybe if you can just put that in the comments, because I would like to know, in the stuff that's doing over 60 mile an hour, what are your settings here? Alright, so that's one side close enough, or it's, you know, probably 95%. You can see there's a tiny little bit of a high spot here still, but when you run your hand along it, it actually feels, you know, apart from a little bit rough, it feels smooth compared to that side. It's just wave after wave after wave, or bump 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 all the way through. So it's probably worth doing. So that's probably taken me, I don't know, 15 minutes to do. You can see all the crap on there. I just had some 80 in my thing, and then I finished it off. This is some 120. I don't really think I've got anything finer than that. I'll have a look. If I have, I'll go over it again. But yeah, you can definitely feel it with your hand. When you go from that one to that one, so you guys should turn your boat over and just see what you think. Give it a go and tell me if it made a difference without changing any settings. Obviously I've gone ahead and changed my settings, so if the thing runs perfect, I'm not going to blame it on this. I'm going to blame it on my settings, because that's what I don't want this to be the answer, because that means I've got about 30 boats I've got to sand. Alright, so there it is, both sides. I actually went crazy and put some 800 on there as well, some 800 wet and dry. So I can't do up in here because it's too skinny, you know, for something like this, and I don't see much point in just doing it with your fingers because, yeah, it's, you know, to get the high bits out is all we're trying to do, so I'm not going to bother doing any of that. Yeah, we'll just give it a go. I got to admit though, it does feel so much better, and it is flat now, so yeah, just the only thing I would say, if you had like a high quality boat, a high quality hull, like I won't go through names, but some monos, especially back in the old days, they actually had a low point in here, and that's called a hook, and they would do that so they wouldn't have to run trim tabs and stuff. Some older race boats, like the gas ones, perhaps even now, there might be some, it might be a normal thing, I'm not sure, I've been out of gas boats for too long, but they actually put a hook there on purpose so that I don't have to deal with anything on here, and that actually sucks the boat down and stops it from bouncing around. So perhaps before you do this on anything except a plastic boat, maybe, you know, just do a little bit of research to make sure that, you know, if there is a low point there, that it's maybe it's meant to be there. So, but certainly on any plastic boat, you know, your Traxxas or your Pro boat, obviously, just, yeah, you know, it's meant to be flat. So, but whether it makes a difference or not, I don't know. We'll find out today, I suppose. We're going to put some 6S batteries in this. I've got the tabs set how I said. I've got the stinger set dead level. I want you to tell me if you guys have got any, you know, fast ones of these. Tell me what your setup is, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, whether I do this to all my boats, probably not. I don't. You guys probably, if you watch the channel for long enough, you know that I'm not really interested in the real high, fastest possible speed out of any boat. I just want to go to the lake, have fun, use it, you know, get my 5-10 minutes run time, and bring it back, and everything will be super cool. That's all I want. I don't want, you know, things getting hot and, you know, doing 2 passes and then the battery's flat. I don't have a lake big enough for that, and, you know, I'm past all that. You know, they'll just I know what, you know, I know what I like. So, and I just like reliability. So perhaps if you're only that way inclined, you'd probably do this on all your boats. Just clean up my mess. That is how much material I've taken off. That is crazy. So that's all high points. So yeah, I mean, wow, actually surprised me like how rough it was. So yeah, maybe I'll do it on my Blackjack 42 as well, because that's a faster hull than one of these. But yeah, that is a lot of material. All right, we're just going to try and get this one settled down a little bit. We picked the windiest day we could, so if we can get it running right in this weather, we'll be doing well. But we won't have to ever worry about it again. I don't care. Don't worry about it. That was the GPS, if you guys were wondering. I'm actually going to tape this one up as well, just because it's so windy out. Just using some new tape that we're experimenting with. We've got a couple of different samples of different stickiness, basically. Which one is this? The more sticky one or the less sticky one, Brock?
The most sticky one.
This is the most sticky one. We don't want them. We want to give people an option of which tape to buy, because the most sticky one like this is super sticky, and if you've got clear coat on your boat, it might peel it off. So what we've found with the Zondas that we sell is we keep them for 3 months before we even put them on the website, just so that the clear coat has set, and you know, when people get it, they don't have any issues with when they use tape, ripping the coat off. And that has happened to pretty much every seller that sells Zondas knows about that. But we've found you just have to keep them in stock for a long time. And it seems to be the way to avoid the problems. This tape we've got is so sticky. Even when you put it on wet, it is so sticky. Yeah, you just touched it on there and it wanted to. Just do it again, that wasn't
too bad.
Yeah, you were kind of accelerating. Okay. We'll just pull it down just a touch. Let's just do one. We'll only touch the trim tabs. We won't touch the stinger at all. Even though it looks like that stinger might have helped with this, but we'll just do one thing at a time. All right. So now we've pulled both the trim tabs down, I don't know, another millimetre I suppose. Let's see. I was looking at the camera more than anything, so just go again. Let's get her up to full speed. I think it's going to be okay. Yeah, she's sitting all right. Maybe it's all that sanding I did. I don't know about that. Maybe. Sure does. Swap. Give me a drive. Probably be a bit quicker if it was set a bit looser, but
Extremely drivable.
Yeah, it's good for driving.
Yeah.
So if you wanted the most out of it, most top speed number, I guess you'd go up a little bit, but this isn't too bad. I think we're into the low voltage. Got some beeping going on here, and it did seem like it was about to slow down, or didn't seem as strong on the last pass. See, that's some good ass tape, isn't it? Right. Bloody hard to get off.
Yeah. Hard to get off and bone dry underneath it.
How hot is it?
Oh, it's not. It's not. I was just being extra cautious.
Oh,
'cause,
speed
you know,
controller's barely warm. Batteries are fine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Everything's probably around 30 to maybe 35 degrees, maybe. So that's good.
Yeah.
We'll try a bigger prop on it next time.